Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on May 31, 2023. Woman who threatened Nancy Pelosi with hanging during Capitol riot gets over 2 years in prison. The Independent, woman who wanted Nancy Pelosi to hang on January 6 sentenced. CBS News, woman who threatened to hang Pelosi during January 6 riot sentenced. Navigating the two sides of Somalia's capital Mogadishu. 9 wounded in Hollywood, Florida boardwalk shooting. BBC, Hollywood beach shooting, 9 people including 3 children injured in Florida incident. Sky News, children among 9 people shot as gunfire violence erupts near popular Florida beach. The Telegraph, it's time to go. Frantic 911 calls reveal chaos during Hollywood beach mass shooting. Miami Herald, photos show suspects on the run after 9 shot on Hollywood, Florida boardwalk live. Venezuela sanctions. Brazil's President Lula condemns U.S. measures and hints at currency to challenge dollar. DeSantis hits out at vaccine mandates and Hunter Biden in first rally, live. The Independent, DeSantis won't displace Trump until he understands populism. The Irish Times, DeSantis looks to connect with voters during first full day of campaigning in Iowa. The Independent, why DeSantis is losing Republicans to Trump. Financial Times, real DeSantis launch glitch was its fascism, will bunch newsletter. After a Pittsburgh synagogue shooting, can a community heal? BBC, Tree of Life Synagogue, gunman driven by malice and hate. BBC, who is Robert Bowers, alleged anti-Semite on trial for Tree of Life Synagogue shooting. The Independent, 10.27 Healing Partnership offers therapy, resources during Pittsburgh synagogue shooting trial. CBS Pittsburgh, fighting anti-Semitism as Tree of Life shooting trial begins. Italian and Israeli agents among 4 dead after boat capsizes in Lake Maggiore. The Guardian, Italy, agents die when boat capsizes on Lake Maggiore. BBC, report, Israeli, Italian secret agents were on ill-fated party boat to swap intel. The Times of Israel, retired Mossad agent and 2 spies drown in mysterious incident on Italian lake. The Telegraph, boat carrying spies that sank in Lake Maggiore was overloaded. Man missing after falling overboard on his first ever cruise. The Independent, 35-year-old goes overboard on cruise. CBS Evening News, Carnival cruise passenger missing after falling overboard from balcony. Business Insider, Coast Guard searching for man who fell from cruise ship off Florida coast. The Independent, Coast Guard searching for 35-year-old man who went overboard a Carnival cruise ship. Sudan's rival factions agree to extend shaky ceasefire after rebuke from mediators. The Guardian, Sudan's military, RSF agrees ceasefire extension. Al Jazeera English, new truce, new battles in Sudan as civilians remain trapped. Al Monitor, Sudan, patchy truce extended for 5 days. Africa News English, fighting continues in Sudan a day after ceasefire extended. Russia, Ukraine fail to embrace IAEA plan to protect nuclear plant. Reuters, UN nuclear chief urges Russia and Ukraine to ban attacks at nuclear power plant. Hampstead Highgate Express, UN nuclear chief urges Russia and Ukraine to ban attacks at Europe's largest nuclear power plant. The Independent, UN pushes Russia and Ukraine to protect Europe's largest nuclear power facility. Details. WION, IAEA asks Russia, Ukraine to protect Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant. 2 believed trapped after Davenport, Iowa building collapse. BBC, Iowa building collapse, what we know about Davenport apartment disaster. The Independent, 2 people still missing from Iowa building collapse. Reuters, slow search for possible survivors continues after Iowa collapse. Theranos CEO Elizabeth Holmes begins 11-year prison sentence. BBC, Elizabeth Holmes reports to prison in Texas to begin 11-year sentence for Theranos fraud. Daily Mail, Amanda Seyfried reacts to Elizabeth Holmes starting 11-year prison sentence. The Independent, Elizabeth Holmes is now behind bars, how we got here. TechCrunch, Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes turns herself in for 11-year prison term. North Korea says spy satellite launch crashed into sea. Russia-Ukraine war at a glance, what we know on day 462 of the invasion. The Guardian, Ukraine war, Moscow drone attacks targeted civilians, Putin. BBC, Ukraine has right to project force beyond its borders, says James Cleverly. The Independent, Moscow drone attacks, Wagner furious at Russia's defense ministry. The Telegraph, Newsnight, drone warfare in Kyiv and Moscow. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.